hit points of that just for existing. But that is not one of the ones that I'm currently working on. It is, in fact, the UDES 16, which, as you can see, I am nearly through with because I've used my blueprints to get halfway through. And so my big problem is if you look at... okay, the Americans are the exception, but I have so many tier 10s that I need to buy right now that I need to move on to earning all of the credits that I need to buy them. So when I'm done with the unlocking of things, I'm going to be going from these at this tier mainly prototypical or experimental plan drawings to premium dens, which are actually usually historically based. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going to be doing this all day, I have no doubt. Anyway, on with the fight. Phoenix, I don't go to very often. But all I ever see of Phoenix, I drove through it 2.5 years ago when I was relocating from California to Texas, and I see Sky Harbor if I'm ever flying southwest, and that's the end of it. I think I prefer the north side on this map. Alright, well, let's see what we got. We got a whole bunch of tier 9s and a couple of tier 8s to beat up on. 2 little light tanks, though. This is a great little map for light tanks, I would say. Dark Slayer, hello. Kyrie, aloha. We've been talking, myself and the wife, we've been talking about going back to, going back to Hawaii for a holiday. Maybe this time instead of Big Island, we'll try one of the others. Just for the difference. I mean, I figure some, the smaller islands are a little bit quieter. But the army does have the Halakoa, which, if you're not familiar with it, technically it is an army hotel, I guess, but it's realistically it's used by everybody. It's a cut-rate hotel for military only on Waikiki. So we've been there once before. It was nice enough. I mean, yeah, it's all good as you do the usual, Big Island tourist things. Go to Pearl Harbor, walk the beach, things like that. Okay, I'm not going to dispatch that. It's going to be nice enough to give me something to shoot at here. And as I say, oh, there we go, hang on. Ah! Yeah, I got him. Oh, sadly, nobody else could take advantage. Still, that should attract his attention. Sure, it's not attracted his attention. Relocate, I think. I'm not a huge fan of staying in roughly the same place once you get hit by artillery once. There's usually a pretty good chance to get hit by artillery a second time. Anyway, back to it. So we've been kicking around going back to Hawaii. It's catches from San Antonio. It's a reasonably long haul, and the Caribbean is a little bit closer. So a place like Puerto Rican. The wife is a Puerto Rican. Are an option, or alternatively maybe Central America. Pretty short hop from Houston Airport. Fleeting second. It's on that side, maybe. Disregard.
Vår kanon är
He's an
träffad.
autoloader.
Vi kan inte
so
sikta
it doesn't
ordentligt.
help.
Vi skrapar ju knappt lacken. Bandet är skadat. Den satt i plåten. Bandet är trasigt. Vi är stillastående tills det är lagat.
For some reason, I had the wrong niche in mind. Alright, onwards. Game is too loud. Or I am too quiet. That would be why. Must have been a... My son is home from school. Oh, hey Mike, how are you? Got your email. I'll have a gander. I haven't had time today. If you're not, I shall have a gander at it before we meet. The Italian heavies thus far, I've not been having a great time with. Possibly because it's plans only. Well, in fairness, the T110E5 I do well with, and that was plans only. Bring the mic a little closer. Okay, P88, RS2I, Channel 1. Nothing dramatic here. Actually, while I'm at it, just occasionally there are folks. If anybody wants me to switch to colorblind mode, let me know. I don't like it, but I will if there's somebody who's actually colorblind and needs it. Oops. Okay, now the game is very quiet. That could also just be my headset turned down. Oh, so much for the M18. You never know, sometimes there's a wall that you can shoot through. Alright, let's not be in a hurry here, lads. Yeah, it's coming back our way. Okay. We shall turn to face the threat. So he's got the 105. Yeah. Oh, hello? Shot this guy? No, there's a building in the way. There's still a building in the way. I'm one of those people I'm quite willing to put around through a building. And to hell with my hit rate. In order to attain a line of fire on somebody. Oh, that's where the T-28 went. Okay. They keep all dying before I can get to them. Ooh, CS-44. Okay.
Abbiamo un singolo
Ow,
danneggiato.
and a scorpion. Okay, this is gonna hurt.
Rimbalzato. Servente ferito, ricarichiamo lentamente.
Gonna be a problem because that scorpion's gonna nail the hell out of me if I'm not careful. Beep, 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 beep. I haven't hit the damn thing yet. Okay, there's one.
Li abbiamo appena graffiati.
Oh, this isn't good.
Tutti
Nope.
fuori, il carro è a rottame.
Two grand guides, one forward, one back. Alright, not the best start for my day. That's it, we might actually win it. Looking at how many of them are still alive on the other team. So my death may not have been entirely in vain. Right, let's go back to this Udes. Let's hope for better. I mean, in all fairness, I've been doing better with that Udes than most tanks. I don't feel like I've figured it out. But it does seem to work on occasion. 7:20 a.m. Where the hell are you, Australia? I'm waiting for you guys down there to open up because the Cairns Museum they're still planning on doing their summer event in September. So I'm hoping now that now that I'm vaccinated and things are settling down, I might be able to actually open up. I can only imagine what the economy, what the tourism economy is doing to Australia right now. Bounce you or not, it depends on what's shooting at you. And it seems to me that anytime I'm in a really hold down position, and in fairness, I mean, you can see just how hold down could be with this gun. It's going up against something with a 152 or a 122 or something that just overmatches the armor anyway. Now, the Swedes are one of the few countries that actually reverse the flag on the other side of their tank, as I recall correctly. East Coast is now 7:20 a.m. Australia. Yep, there you go. Okay, trundle, trundle, trundle. Not a chance I was going to hit, but, well, there was a chance, that's why I took the shot, but, no. More on hope than expectation. Sometimes you just get stupidly lucky. Wait for that 55 to catch up a little bit here. Okay, here we go. We all apparently ran into something he did not like, or Mom said something he did not like. Go little speedy tank. Oops. Hello. this. Well, there's always one.
Fienden träffad.
If somebody shoot him. So I was about to say, this is where having the really low profile turret is handy. But that only applies if you can hit what you're shooting at.
Vi slog igenom pansaret. Vi slog rakt igenom pansaret.
One more round in. I'm looking at my mini-map to see if anybody decides he wants to try coming around behind me here. Oh, that hit the dirt in front of me. Of course, you got almost a 50-50 chance because of the way the dispersion works if you're really this far low. Guess he was ready for me.
Inte explodera.
As I'm looking around, we are losing. Just looking at the positioning, I think. K91 and Object 705 gonna come around the back of the E75. Are we here? Ah, come on. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi. Go and get. Well, that's a problem. That wasn't even close.
Vi slog igenom pansaret.
Let's see if that leopard is going to come after me or not.
Vi är utslagna.
That's what you get for a lack of accuracy in your gun. That bat shot should have died some time ago. Something about LEA, Swedish camera set. I would need maybe somebody's name, Leia. Something I've noticed about a lot of the small tanks, especially some of the Soviet ones like T-72, is that they are very constricted. They're very claustrophobic inducing, shall we say? Claustrophobia inducing. Oh, we actually won that one. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't fit in it. You know, partially it's because I have expectations that it's going to be small anyway, so it's really a matter of what, you know, what's relative. But partially, well, that was covering myself with glory. And partially also because oftentimes the constrictiveness is in terms of width, not length. So T-72, for example, there's no gunner in front of me, so I can stretch my legs out reasonably well. Actually, I seem to... I could have sworn I bought another tank recently. Hang on. Isn't the Swedish one? Is it the Italian ones? Pantera? No, it's standard. I still need to purchase a standard. Or the CS53. So I am actually down to running premium vehicles now to earn credits. Wonders, I've recently started playing a lot the AMX 50 CDA, 50, 105 CDA, and I've found this to be a very fun little vehicle to play. The only complaint I have about it is the limited range of motion on the gun. The armor's okay. You'll get the occasional ricochet. But the gun is fantastic when if you can get the shot on, target. So I fit an FT, more or less. So I did a video on the NC-27, which is basically an FT slightly elongated, but the FT crew, FT turret crew compartment makes no difference. Yeah, there wasn't much overwatching fire, just that Foch. The P-55 didn't do too well. Now this is the sort of thing that the CDA tends to excel at. Fire a couple of snapshots with a high velocity round, and then relocate somewhere else. And there are a lot of somewhere else's on this map for you to relocate to. Advance! So if you compare it to Revolorize, for example, the gun is about as good. It's basically the same gun as here, it makes no difference. The rev's on a turret, which is a good thing, but it's a far slower vehicle, and I don't think you'll ricochet as many rounds off the armor. So if you are going French and you want to spend time on a French Tier 8 TD or vehicle, that's not to say that the rev is bad. You can have some fun games in it. But I think overall the CDA is a bit better. I mean the flash to bang on this vehicle. Is that a trap? No. I mean you pull the trigger and it's an impact almost immediately. Fortunately, that Lynx isn't going to survive there much longer. He gets points for effort. And just got the 2 rounds in. And of course that Russian frying pan turret just ricochets off everything else. Oh, what did he just shoot at? Now what sometimes is worthwhile is just what this LH MTV is doing. It's coming down the low ground because everybody expects you to go high. Oh, no, never mind. He's going high. As soon as I say that. Did not reload fast enough. Careful, dude. Rhombus down there would love to get a piece of you. The T-44 will do it too. Because of the reload on this is so long, you need, with something like that 274, you need to get a really good angle of fire on them. You. Okay, one more round will do him. Really? You're gonna come up again? Never mind. That was a bad trigger pull. They are winning. And unfortunately, I'm the only backstop on the top right corner here. And I'm not going to be able to knock out that 274 either, so things are not looking good right now here. That said, that was a nice little salvo. It was worth a try. He barely poked up, but it was worth a try. I suspect that 274 is going to give up and make a left in a moment. Well, from his perspective, all right. Oh, no, maybe not. Ah! Crap. I'm not sure quite how good my view range is against some of these guys, so I need to get line of sight on here in case I try it. Okay, so hopefully they can flex down and deal with that M4. The other thing I need line of sight on is on the left hand side here, because if I were them, I would be taking a very good look at this. Oh, look at that, they all moved. That's fine with me. Although where that 152 kilo is, I don't know. But the possibilities are good. After fighting so hard and so long to take that hill, have they abandoned it? So that could have been a critical error. Let's see what we can see. I do believe they have. And there's a little M4 rev here to give me a little extra cover. Hello? No shot. Oh, it's behind that building. Let's see if he wants to come back up north again. You never know. Don't think there's anything for it. I need to go do some Marty hunting. Right, so 1 minute 35. I'm gonna switch to HE. Is there any way I could be able to get this guy? I mean, realistically, I need to reset twice. I need to reset 3 times. I guess I took too long up north. Still, those guys did do well to adjust shift fire. Yeah. All 3 of them are on there. I can't make it. That's that. Oh well, a valiant effort. Okay, we both got a couple extra XP out of it. Okay, let's see how we did with you with this. I didn't notice. Oh, we won. Okay, I'm back up to 61% in the UDES. Which, if I 135, that should knock me over to 138. 138.6, 138.9. Ah, do I use 300 free XP? No. Excuse me. The principle of the thing. I'll get one more day out of it. Excuse me. Ooh. So I'm a slow tier 8. Oh, it's they're all tier 8s. Okay. That's interesting. I am still alive. Got a cold, but yes, otherwise I am still alive. And just for you, I'll run the Patriot tank next. It is the Army's birthday today, by the way. 276, I think it is. I'm concerned there are a couple of good, heavily armored tanks on that side. I'm recording a video tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not going to be too badly off. Okay, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt me. That was worth a snapshot. So was that. Okay, Link's coming to take a look. Or not. No shot. Ballsy Link's I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do there. I'm shoving that T-44 either, unfortunately. Ah, come on. There we go. Lost the chat for a second. I'm kind of curious what they have covering the flank here. Damn it. Oh, Lynx is going around there, wasn't he? Kind of hoping to see if I can get a shot in that T-44 from the side, but he's just too far away, and I'm a little reluctant to get too close to that little spot there. Well, I guess I've been spotted. Time to go somewhere else. Ooh. KPZ spotted me too, okay. Well, if all three of them are down here, that's not the worst possibility. Well, I guess you did see me. Disregard. Okay. He vanished. So hopefully he'll expect me to be popping up over the other side there. Aha. Come on, Artie. Take him out. I'll take it. Okay, so that is my being annoying done for a few minutes until these guys can kind of start putting a bit more pressure on the flank. Okay, I need to keep them up high. Come on. Ah, no, 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 no. Shoot him. Shoot him, damn it. Okay. I now have an engine. I think he was shooting at the AMX, but I had that one under control. Good, he was annoying. Okay, that leaves us with a CDA. I'm not certainly not leading this push. Yeah, you tank bots with your full hit point pool. You go ahead. Watch as he suddenly disintegrates for some reason. Oh, there's the T-44. So all that's left right now is a CDA, wherever the hell he went to. Excuse me. Done a pretty good hiding job. You see up top? There he is. Well, that's what I had to say about, on occasion, the front armor on that thing is pretty handy. But yeah, I think we should be able to mark this down as a win. Again, people think the Super Pershing is not a great tank. It's been over. I still very much like this vehicle. Do we not have a birthday ball? No, I don't think we do. We have branch balls, like there's an armor ball, for example. Like, you sit up there if you like. Oh, never mind, doesn't matter. How do you claim your reward? Reward for what? Hey, Ritz. The pistons on the guns are called equilibrators, and they're only on the early versions of the T26E4. And they're not actually part of the hitbox, because all they are in there, they're really just big coil springs. In later versions of the T26E4, they managed to put some springs inside the turret itself, somehow the fencing room, to counterbalance the weight of the gun, because the gun only goes this far in. So you can imagine the breech stops about here, so there's only this much gun, well, plus a pretty big breech, counterbalancing that much gun, and it needs more help, otherwise you'll never be able to crank up. But if you aim at this, the chances are you're going to hit the TC's cupola back here, or cupola in some places, and that tends to penetrate. So same difference, I guess. All right, let's hop back over to the CDA. Well, I was a bottom tier tank in that game. Granted, we were all bottom tier. So you have a 357. And you'd only worry about the 263 Sente X, kind of. And the E4, I think I can penetrate pretty much everything else. Not too hard. You did not miss CDA history, mainly because I don't believe there is any history for the vehicle. There's nothing even mentioned. Second, set autopilot, cruise control. Let me read my book. See what I can find here. Histoire de Blondet Français by Stéphane Farrar. It's a small little book, but it has some interesting information in it sometimes. I have no idea if that is a good piece of concealment or not. Well, let's not take a shot unless I see something pretty useful. For 60 to 90. Let's see, ERC 90 Saga. Strong. I'm pretty sure the only vehicles made out of the MX-30 are the recovery vehicle. Excuse me. And the tank. Where are we going? Taking a couple of knocks. Taking quite a few knocks. There we go. Well done, sir. Oh, it's the arc. You didn't nail them. Got the E4 on the right there. Could be a couple of problems on the right. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I may have to adjust right. Ah! Oh no, I fell off the edge of the world. Almost. Is he shooting at me? Can't see the Udas. Excuse me. Nope. 263 is extremely tough to nail from the front. And my reload. Wah! Close! Come on. I was not expecting the gap there. Okay, little even. Nail him. Can you? 1, 2, 3. Good lad. I'll give him this. He's not giving me a shot, is he? Granted, I'm not in the safest, not in the best position to take one. Okay, I don't think he's going to give me another one. Watch again. It is a nippy little vehicle. Will we ever release Clan Wars tanks to the public? Yeah, kind of. So if I recall, some of them you can get for bonds. And that's what I get for not waiting until I'm fully reloaded. Nice shot by the Artie. So this is me obviously providing moral support. 0 damage, that's why. The 105 CDA. Aww. Nothing for it but to charge after him. When you're dealing with things that are up top like that. Ooh. Damn, that Borask's doing well here. Can we get a shot at him? Maybe. Go down. That's one. Oh, son of it, there are two. Reload, reload, reload. Come on. Oh. Okay. Somebody else can go after him. There's 2 left, the Borask and him. There we go, and the Borask is dead as well. Yay, go us. Hello, Florida. So I didn't find anything. No, let's see if James says anything. Or now that I'm going back to the garage, maybe it'll tell me if it was just a detail. No prototypes were built. Okay, well, that explains that. Seems to be a much shorter hull than a lot of other vehicles. Okay, so we did the super Pershing. Let's go. Oh, I said I was going to do the Patriot tank because it is, as I say, the Army's birthday. What did Derek Adams? What did I miss? That did not come down on the chat window, whatever that was that you were replying to. Ooh. Okay. So we'll see if they follow me to the east since I am the top tank. Which of course means we're bloody doomed because I'm too aggressive to be the top tier tank, or top of the list tank. Cup holders as a Pershing have. Oh, come on, don't be AFK. Thank you. No, no, turn, go east. Come on. Dodged. Ow. Okay, that melted him. Why are you all west? You can lose by ignoring capstone. I'm just saying. Idiots. No. Fortunately, the opposition doesn't seem to have gone very heavy on the east either, so we're not too badly off. The 725 area code. Nevada. I know people in Nevada, but I don't recognize the number. Hello, anybody there? I'm a big heavy tank on my own. Totally unsupported. Okay, IKV, let's see how good you are. I'm going to sit here for 4 minutes. Either the artillery is going to try to nail me, so as you see an M44 there, and is that a 304? So I'm sure they will spend their time trying to reset me, which is fine if all they're doing is resetting and they're not actually causing honest to God damage to anybody. Hello? Oh, so thank you. It's like the one and only tank I can't do a damn thing about. See if you want to come out again from behind that hill or rock. You do want to come out from behind that rock. Okay, come on, little MT-25. Take it out. Oh, or nail the Super Hellcat. That works too. IKV, there's a helicopter there for you. Never mind, he went down the hill. Really? Okay, so now both artillery pieces are probably really starting to look in our direction. Oh, there's only one left. Who nailed it? One of the lights must have nailed that. I wasn't paying attention. So note how there are really big, heavy guys that I need to fear, like the AT-7 and the TS-5, cannot affect this battle. Tiger's starting to relocate. Nash Runner's starting to relocate. Oh, hello. Okay, go little IKV. Stop missing them. Okay, whoop-de-doo, you hit me. Really? You hit my ammo rack? Oh, it's most uncivil of you. So again, that 3 or 4 can either shoot my guys. What are you doing down there, lads? It's obvious. There is 1, 2, 3 vehicles, and they're all up north. Because they're relocating. They took themselves out of the fight. The AT-7 to TS-5, he's taking so long to relocate, he's not contributing anything to the fight right now at all. I keep telling people, if you ignore the base in an encounter battle, you have 2 ways to lose. What's that 3 or 4 doing? Excuse me. 30 seconds. No Pershings, by the way, no cup holders in the Pershing, by the way. One of the problems that they had when they were reconfiguring the T-26 to become the T-26E3 was a total lack of ammunition space. So what they had to do, you're not contributing anything right now. What they had to do was, oh yeah, shoot the light tank and ignore the guys that are going to beat the base. Okay. Excuse me. They had to reconfigure the interior at the cost of crew comfort and crew convenience in order to fit the requisite amount of ammunition. If I do I get a medal? I didn't get enough of the capture points to get it. I think I only got about 50% of it. Yeah, base capture 50. You gotta get 80 or something like that to get it. So not a particularly exciting game, but you know, hey, it's a win. Let's see how we're doing up front. This will be one with the CDA. Let's go with Lorraine. Lorraine is a hit or miss sort of thing. Sometimes I have a good game, sometimes I don't. Is there any Pershing which is my favorite? Super Pershing really is. Do I have the Skoda T25? I probably do. Let me go look at that. I think I've got, I seem to recall that came up twice, once in the tech tree and once as a premium. I think I have both. I'll take a look at it. No, I don't have anything on the Lorraine, and that one I'm pretty sure did exist. There is somewhere in the archives, I don't think I copied it, but somewhere in the archives is a report on, I think it was the AMX 50-100 that was sent to the US for testing. And you know that's the wrong direction. Let's go this way. Excuse me. And I seem to vaguely recall a Lorraine being tested as well. Very vaguely. Oh, that just announced my coming. Hello. Nice shot by you. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Thank you.
Stop your advance.
No kidding. Came back out a little bit too far. Alright. My bad. Alright, so T-25. The Lorraine used to be a researchable tank as well. I enjoyed it. Two prototypes for manufacturers, not as much. Alright, so T-20. The German T-25. So German medium, I think it's a medium or light. There you go, T-25. Haven't played this in a few years. Oh, that's not right. I do have a clue for them. Well, Panther M10. Okay. Pretty hideous vehicle, really, isn't it? Excuse me. Okay, onwards. The 50 TP didn't really work for me either, honestly. How often do drivers drive similarly in real life? Generally speaking, the bigger the vehicle, the closer World of Tanks is to it. Like a mouse, if you're the driver, just put your foot on the accelerator, don't let go, and you'll be fine. But something like the wheeled vehicles are insane. You can imagine a real wheeled vehicle driver getting thrown around if the vehicle doesn't just slam into something and break an axle. Okay, for Czechia. Hello, random dude. Well, I think it's more along the lines of Skoda if they had actually been allowed to make it under German occupation.
Auf geht's.
Trundle, trundle, trundle. It's a reasonably nippy tank once it gets up to speed. Doesn't corner too well, mind. And they appear to have captured the top. Okay. Yes, Super Chiefy, I shall come with thee. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm going to rely on the Super Chafee to cover my right flank. No longer. Maybe just a little bit smaller. We'll see. I wouldn't mind if somebody was here, but where the hell's the opposition? Light tank's gonna have to come down off the hillside, I think. Bit of counter battery going there. Seems to have been a miss.
Wurde getroffen. Sie kann jeden Moment reißen.
Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay, let's see what we see. Two of them. Okay.
Der ging voll durch ihre Panzer.
Oh no, there's a T-67. No T-67.
Wirkungstreffer. Wirkungstreffer.
Well, that's gonna be a problem.
Bewegungsunfähig.
Who has a shot at me with a machine gun? A leopard. No, up top. Okay, so somehow we managed to not put any effort to either the hill or the capture zone. I wonder why we lost. There's a painting on there? Will I do an inside hatch on a Panzer II one day? I'm sure. I wonder where I can find a good one. There's one in Benning. It's not in the worst condition. Alright, any other requests? BDR G1. BDR? Oh, I hated that. I forgot to do my my reserves, personal reserves. I'd rather do premiums because I need the credits. Yeah, it's just an awful, awful tank if I recall. I did it on the my personal account, on my chieftain account. So I felt justified. I basically played every single tank in the game, ran through it. But sometimes if it's especially a lower tier, I just did it on my personal account and figured, okay, I've got it good. There is a fairly good website, and Google Translate is your friend if you don't speak French. It's char-français.net, plural, S-C-H-A-R-S. And it covers including vehicles that only made it the mock-up stage. And it may also include 1 or 2 design prototypes. So if you're curious about some of those, that's probably the first place I would look. Is the M48 patent worth it? I don't know. I've only played 1 or 2 games in it. So what else do I have? There's a premium. You know, I'm going to play my Churchill because I like my Churchill. In fact, I was talking to somebody about the Tier 4 Matilda. It's a Tier 4 Matilda. Soviet. Is it a Tier 5 Matilda? Oh, that's elite. Okay. Here it is. This is another farm. I mean, if you look at it, you can see what they did. They just shoved the mantlet on the front. I'd be taking a look at the Israeli Sherman upgrades that did exactly the same thing. So the British original with the 2-pounder, the mantlets on the inside. But we're talking about putting, if you saw my video, the Matilda's turret is not a small turret, not a large turret. So in order to get the 3-inch gun into it, they had to do something stupid. And this one actually did build a prototype. The vehicle that is on the top of my list of film. It is a Sherman variant, is the next one I'm going to be doing. The next one that's coming out is not a Sherman variant. In fact, the next one that's coming out isn't even in the game. But it was convenient, it was local, and it was still relevant, so... So it is a small, it's armored, got a pretty nasty gun with a surprisingly high rate of fire, a completely unreasonable rate of fire. Let alone asking the question, where the hell do you fit 46 rounds of 3-inch into this tank? The M60 Sherman. For those who aren't tracking, that was a development of the Sherman, the last modification, shall we say, of a gun tank Sherman, which used the Israeli super velocity 60mm, which gave you the same armor piercing power, at least at close range, as the NATO 105. Out of that little, excuse me. Out of that little 66cm gun. They don't call it with an autoloader as well, but I need to check on that. The catch is, although it was designed, you could put it onto anything. You put on, I mean, it was actually put on the Shermans. You could also put it onto M113s, for example, if you wanted to make a tank destroyer out of an M113. I think the only people that actually ended up using the thing were the Chileans. And I don't know anybody in Chile that would let me drive around in one. Oh, it's one of the few tanks that can absolutely nail me. Well, that's me done. Are there two of them? There are. Getting shot in the track 3 times? I mean, really? So if you... Chile's one of those militaries that if you're not paying attention, you might be surprised. So, I mean, you know, the last time you look at the Chilean army, they got Shermans and M113s or whatever. Now, if you look at them, they got Leopard 2s and Martyrs. So they've done some serious upgrading. But I don't know if they actually have an official tank museum. And unfortunately, it's not really one of those countries that's very high on my... again, there's some countries out there have some pretty weird vehicles that I would love to get around. Like South Africa, for example, has some interesting vehicles I wouldn't mind doing at some point. The problem with South Africa is that most of them are wheeled and they're not in World of Tanks. even the one tracked vehicle, Elephant, isn't in World of Tanks. And I don't know anybody down there, so... Although they have some wonderful vehicles, fascinating from, you know, shall we say, my personal point of view, they're not really the sort of thing for World of Tanks to muck around with. And Chile kind of comes in under the same category. Well, there's enough there to warrant somebody sending me down that way to do some filming. That said, I do have a contact in Brazil. I was going to go there until COVID hit, and Brazil is not doing well in the COVID world right now. So that'll be quite a while before I'm going down that way. Alright, Chief. So I put a reach out to Latrum, and I was told that the vehicles, being as they are in open storage or open display, have deteriorated over time to the point that they're not worth filming, according to the staff. Excuse me. But it's a bit of a shame, because Israel and Jordan has a very nice tank museum, but again, I don't really know anybody there. I used to know the King's brother, who was at Fort Knox with me. Unfortunately, as of about a month ago, he wasn't in favor with the King right now. So I'm not quite sure how beneficial that relationship would be. He's a very professional tanker, I have to say, so it's to the point that he... I don't know if he honestly gave up... Hello? Thank you for the assist, lad. But I have to say, I don't know if he was forced out of his royal position or just he honestly would. I mean, he's the sort of person, as I say, he was a very, very solid tanker, and he very well may just have wanted to focus on his military career. Okay, for a Churchill at this range, I gotta go to premium ammo. Okay, that howitzer is going to be the death of me. Where is he? Follow me! Yes, I know that's the infantry thing. There are a lot of TDs somewhere that excuse me, I am not seeing. I will, however, take the grill. It's a small gun, but it's a hell of a rate of fire. How many hit points does this thing have? The Excelsior is in trouble. Keep saying help. I'm going to assume that there's a couple up here somewhere, so I'm going to keep on this side of the ridge. Life sucks for him. Now, the one hydrostat transmission that they built is currently in Fort Benning. Not in the greatest condition. It was sitting outside in the open air for no smooth. Some of the ammo racks in good measure. Sitting outside in the open air for ages in Anniston. Total mess. I could have sworn I had a... Maybe I took off the enhanced gun laying drive on this tank. You sure you want to come around the corner, mate? Oh, disregard. Okay, I have a score to settle with you. I have to check out. I thought I put a gun lane drive on this vehicle because the rate of fire is faster than the aiming circle was slow. Okay, where is this guy? Colin O'Toole. How much have you helped in this battle? I have not seen the Flak Panzer since I visited it, what, 2 years ago? Do all domestic bases have a lot of sand? Yes and no. There's a kind of a clay in Fort Benning, and it's a bit similar to one in Fort Knox. It's not sand per se, but it is fine. Ground grinds up. Yeah, we'll take that. Obviously the desert bases, Hood, well, the Hood isn't technically desert, but it's pretty close to it, pretty hot and dry. Bliss, Irwin, they have a lot of sand. One place that probably doesn't have much sand is Fort Polk, Louisiana, which is a swamp. Could be quicksand, maybe. Let's see, I got a half an hour left yet. Any other... Come to chat, say hi, Cincy Mike. Oh, Cincy Mike. There's a Chinese premium one to play. You know, what's that Aussie cent? I have a 0% win rate on this Aussie cent, yet and I probably got like 7 or 8 games in it. 4. But I like it. It's fun to play and it looks good. No, I don't usually do allergies. I'm suffering the kid picked up something at preschool and brought it home. Militrex. That may depend on whether or not they're sent to the country. When's that scheduled for? Let's see. I had the invite to go out there 2 years ago. Couldn't make it happen. The problem is everybody is shoving right to September. So, for example, Aquino and Tankfest are the same weekend. Nokesville is the weekend before or after, and the one before or after that is the one in Australia. Australia. Whatever. Don't want to be the gunner on that one. Sick. Oh, he's going up that way. Okay. How did I miss?
That went
And it ricocheted? Oh, come on. Got one at least.
Enemy armor is hit.
295 going up the hill.
One of our tracks is damaged.
Keep firing HE.
We've just dinged them.
Ah, the Fruiter Cat made it out. Evan didn't do too great. It's up there getting... Well, that's interesting over here. But they're getting spotted by that Fruiter Cat and I can't help them.
The engine's smoking. We've hit them, but didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy is hit.
God, I see one. He's running to 105 as well, so it's... Oh, bollocks.
Permission to engage.
Great.
Target unlocked.
And the T-30 now making
Everybody out.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, so if you're in DC, that's the one in Knoxville, Virginia. That's middle of September, give or take. Go to the website for, what do they call it these days? The National Museum of Americans in Wartime. No, I think they changed it again. They changed it like 3 times in the last 3 years. Or the Americans in Wartime Museum. Something of that nature. Excuse me. So I play this tank on occasion just because it's weird, and by every account it's awful, but I do well in it. So yes, I was looking up when Millitrax was, but there's a couple of musea in Europe I want to get to, and my family's in Europe. I would like to get to them. 25, 26, 2021. So excuse me, I think that overlaps with Notesville. I'm going to be in Louisiana, New Orleans, the 10th or 11th of September, give or take that weekend. Okay, this is getting silly. Don't know if they'll let me in the office tomorrow. Why do I not use camo on my tank? That looks like camo. But it's too much trouble to put it on half the time. I do have a lot of free camo on a lot of my vehicles. Some of them look pretty silly. But it is there is that benefit to the visibility range. Generally speaking, if it's a grindable vehicle, I don't camo it. If it's an American vehicle, I don't camo it because it's not realistic. Except in winter and desert, I'll put the camo on. Guess we'll go on. And if it's a premium tank or a top tier tank, I'll put camo on it again to get the benefit. I mean, I'd pay for the benefit even if we were just plain green. But after 10 years of trying, Wargaming has not decided that's a good idea. So of course, we got a couple of videos on this. We did a long one, myself and Richard Cutland. They flew us down to Australia to actually film it. And I've done one in Bovington as well. Interesting vehicle. I mean, the Aussies did well to build it, but it was also pointless to build it. It wasn't the greatest design anyway. Why did the British name their tanks with a C? Matilda would like a word with you, so would Valentine. Right, am I on my own here? Right, it was an M8A1, okay.
Enemy is hit. Crack hit. Enemy armor is hit.
Aha, now let's see, they already get me. Okay, now if the M18 will be nice enough to come up behind me, please. Or the Bishop, maybe we'll nail a few guys. No, because the Bishop is the closest thing to the M4A1. Okay, this seems doing well. Oh, and of course we're all west and we're still losing in the west. Bloody genius, okay.
Enemy armor is damaged. Critical hit. Penetration.
There's two Panthers, not do. Oh. Okay, M18, you better have him.
Observation device is hit. Enemy armor is hit. Great shot. Lost a crack. Stuck here. Great shot. Bail out.
And my team just folded. However, to go back to the letter C, it just turned into a tradition that the cruiser tanks would begin with C. And that was the end of it. Artillery tanks had ecclesiastical names. Okay, so we got a win on the scent. Let's see. Have anything interesting that's Russian and premium I haven't played in a while? Oh no, I just did a Churchill. Disregard. Japan. Chinokai or STA? I don't remember the Chino. Another vehicle. It's been quite a while since I played. Well, that's what I said. It turned into a tradition. So if you watch Operation Think Tank, David Fletcher addresses the question directly. And apparently, when Challenger was created, when Challenger was going to be a cruiser tank, the original Challenger was A30. That's the one in the game. And when they came up with a competition for the name Challenger, what would become the vehicle to replace Chieftain, As David Fletcher says, they were very upset when they rang us up and we told them we've already had Challenger. And apparently the Tank Museum suggested Caerphilly, which is a castle in Wales, and they thought it was a cheese. It didn't go anywhere. I'm good on this. What is it, 7.5? Yeah. Let us advance in a generally forward direction. Again, excuse me. In 10. Okay, into the T-78 can support me. This is not as fast as I was hoping. 4.5 second reload. We are these round. Oh, great, a Chiwi. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt badly. Okay. Yay, spotting damage. Okay, one tier 5 for another tier 5. I guess that's a trade. Challenger 3 contract, yeah, with the 120 NATO. I don't understand why they're just taking them so many years to build the thing. And I'm also in two minds about the fact, well, in fact, I'm not in two minds. I'm surprised by the fact that they stuck with a human loader. Let's check in premium. T40 or the Skoda T27. Apparently I've kitted it out. But I haven't played it. Okay, let's play the T27. Let's see what it's like. Human loader less likely to fail in battle? Is it? Can't get knocked on the head. Let's go on at 6 p.m. I have a family. My wife gets angry with me. I'm also taking a master's in military history, which is taking up some of my evenings, as well as my own personal YouTube channel. So come 6 p.m. it's the case of, you know, I really need to stop, actually usually 5. I really need to stop whatever wargaming work I'm doing and to go on to one of the other things. I will say that my historiography class was awful. It was educational, but by God, it was a time sink. This current one I'm doing, military philosophy, is a lot better. Military philosophers. Okay, it's an autoloader. I seem to recall that. Hmm. 22-second magazine reload. Could have been worse. I mean, the army had me doing advanced operations course. So it's basically CGS, Command and General Staff College. It's the top end of the course, shall we say. But when you do it, the non-resident version, you don't get a master's degree out of it, unfortunately. Which means that us guardsmen have to get a separate master's degree, unlike the active duty side. But it was an extremely time-consuming course. So officially, it's like, oh yeah, you meet your instructor one evening a week. No, you may officially meet your instructor one evening a week, but you're meeting your classmates 2 or 3 evenings a week, then the instructor, and you're doing homework and all the extra time. Oh, they got a T-27 of their own. Hello, Lynx. Okay, I have been spotted. He also has been spotted. Come back, come back, come back. There we go. 1, 2. Disregard. Okay, I need to get out of here. Guess he's gonna freaking murder me. They always vanish just when I get a beat on them. The Hawk dead? Yes, he is. Okay, I may have gotten a hit on something. Nice shot. Well, you are worthy of an autoloader. 1, 2. Ah, it was a miss. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Where's this Lynx going? Come on, keep reloading. No, the Hawk is not dead. My bad. Lost him. T-42 then there's got a fairly tough turret. I've only played it once. Okay, let's see what. Whoops. Driver, watch where you're going. And it's Panther versus T-32. T-42, sorry. Let's see if I can help him out. Hello. Yeah. Okay, let's just cap it out. Well, yes. Alright, onwards. But we definitely need to cap it out, because otherwise all sorts of silly things will happen, and that EBR, if he doesn't want to be found, we're not going to be able to do anything to stop him. Stay up there, GSOR. Let's see, he's going to come charging in this way. Okay, so score for the T-27. That is 3. He just hit 3. You know, Lex. Alright, I got time for one more. Okay, so I got off to a dodgy start, but things did improve. This is a faster way of getting to the front. But yeah, I put a reloader. First one. I must not have played with this since I got it. You don't want me running over? Why? I did say this was the last run. Are you gonna be doing another raid? Do I care? Excelsior, too late. I've already started, dude. New things coming out of the game will change the game. I don't know. I'm not paying any attention to it. I think I'll find out when it happens anyway. Or it'll just be a 15-minute drive. It's entirely possible. However, I play far too aggressively to survive the full 15 minutes. I mean, only vaguely. Okay, this cough is getting annoying. Okay. Oh no, it's me giving away my position. Don't know if there's anything to hit, but saw the pole go down. T150 could do it with a bigger gun. KV2 could do it with a bigger gun. Okay. And I was spotted, so. Excuse me. Again. You didn't see me. Come on, reload faster. I am so screwed here. Okay, we're done. Well, thank you for that. Somehow I missed that. Only 25. Oh, my gun is gone. $200 by ramming. Okay. Oh, either my gun was gone or I was still locked on something. The possibility. Alright, so be it. There is an inside the hatch for the 90mm version, but that was the only one that was actually built. There was the consideration of putting the 105, but I decided it wasn't worth it. Cornwall there. It doesn't matter. You're done. Requesting fire. From whom? Can he get around behind the turret? Can? Oh no, he repaired. No. Oh, nicely done. Of course, he's still lost. No, granted, the 105 probably would be pretty similar inside anyway. It is a very well laid out vehicle. If you watch the video, I don't see any reason why there would be any particular issues with swapping out the 90mm storage for the 105. Okie dokie. That'll be the end of that. Defeat. Yay. Well, I got 36,000 credits out of it. So I'm a couple of 100,000 better off now than I was when I started an hour ago. It's going to take me a very long time to get to 3.5 million for the next one. Alright, so be it. Right. And that is that. Last minute things. I'm going to Fort Bliss next week. Yay, week in the desert. Annual range qualifications. And then I get extra luxury because I'm now a lieutenant colonel. No. I'm sure they have, I think I'm sleeping on a cot on the floor. We don't have any accommodation, as I heard. So it's always, you need to be at least an 06 or general, I think, to get the really good stuff, or command sergeant major. Right. That is it. So if there is a raid happening, I'll let the dinosaur figure it out. We'll just go to end scene, and then if you're raiding, you're raiding. Failing that, I'll be back in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks, I guess. And then Vegas, baby. All right, have fun. Take care.